Hold on, love bugs. So glad that you are sticking and staying with me through your journey of life. I'm so grateful to be a part of it. I just want to let you know that. All right, here we go. Today, love bugs, we are talking about getting our life together. We are talking about living life by design, okay? And that includes having a real vision for your life, not just goals or New Year's resolutions. And I told you that this week we would talk about goal setting in a sense. So we're going to talk about goal setting, but not in the typical sense. I am going to give you some areas of life that I would like for you to look at setting goals in. But first, we're going to answer some questions. I want to encourage you to go ahead and get some pen and paper out. And if you're driving or running or walking or whatever you do while you listen to the show, then you're probably going to want to listen to the show again and come back with your pen and paper ready. So pen and paper ready. First question. If you could do anything in the world without messing up, without failing, without effing up, what would it be? And I want you to imagine in this same moment that you are 10 times smarter than everyone else. And then even possibly you have $100 million in the bank. So if you knew those circumstances existed, what would make you want to get up out of the bed in the morning? What would you feel good doing on a daily? What would make you happy? Consider that first. And I want us to look at making more of a 6-month plan, because we live in America and it is changing by the day, by the week, by the month, and we don't know what to expect, and what they tell us to expect, something else happens. So let's not go further than 6 months. We can have a vision for our life for a year, 5 years, 10 years from now. That's cool. But right now, I want you to focus on the next 6 months when you are setting these goals. Now, if you don't know what you would do, that's fine. I'm going to give you some things to jog your mind. Because at first, before we set goals, I think it's important to have a vision for our life. What does the big picture look like for the next 6 months of your life? What does it look like in the different areas of your life? What are you expecting to accomplish? What are you expecting to attract? Who are you expecting to attract? Let's get those things together. Let's just get our mind going, get our juices flowing. Okay? So the areas of life that I would like for you to consider today are what I use on what I call a life wheel. Okay? You can look this up, Google life wheel, and get a diagram yourself and make yourself one. But it's very simple. You draw a circle. And then you split this circle up into these 10 pieces, 10 slices of pie. I'm a pizza person. And we're going to label each one. The first one is going to be personal development and education. They go together. Whether you are being self-educated or formally educated, it's education. It's personal development. The second area is going to be contribution. How are you giving back, paying forward, charity, any kind of charity work, volunteering, contribution level? Where do you want to be? I failed to tell you something about in this circle. What I typically do is I draw, I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going up one of the slices of pie. Because we want to do this on a scale of 1 to 10. Where do you want to be in these areas of life? So we got personal development, we have education, we have contribution. Next we have finances. Where do you want to be in your finances? And the reason, some people think, oh, I want to be in 10 in all these areas. No, you don't. Not all these areas are that important to you. So let's really consider. So first, let's go through the areas. And then after the show, you can go back and do this exercise. The other area is career and business. Another area is fun, because fun is important. Another one is health and fitness, because they go together. If your health is not right, it's probably because your fitness is not right. Romance, how you want to be in your romantic life. Friends and family, very important. Physical environment, which includes your living space, the people that you are around the most in your What's in your bubble, okay? What does your bubble look like? Who's in the bubble? How does the bubble feel? Would you like the bubble to be better or bigger? And last, but definitely not least, is spirituality. Where do you want to be in your spiritual game? Or is it really just not that important to you? So after you have decided where you want to be in all these areas, I want you to go back through this circle and decide, where do you think you are right now? Not in relation to where you want to be, just where do you think you are on this scale of 1 to 10? And then draw a little line on your slice of pie for that. Then I want to encourage you to grab your color pencils, your kids' crayons, or whatever, and color it. And color in that gap between where you want to be and where you are. And you'll see where the gaps are bigger. You'll see where the gaps are smaller. You'll even notice that there is a connection between the areas that you have the biggest gaps. Like if you got a big gap in spirituality and a big gap in finances, probably because you need to get your spirit right so you can get your finances right, because there is a direct connection. Okay? If you want to contribute more, it's probably because you need to get your finances right so you can give more. If you want to fix your if your finance is big and the physical environment is big, it's because more money will change your environment. You get where I'm going with this, right? Okay, I thought so. All right. So let's move back to our questions. So let's think about what you would do every day if you had $100 million in the bank. What would you do? Would you just stay in the bed and sleep all day? I doubt it. I'm sure you would want to get out and do something with this abundance that you have. Would you want to what? With your time, with your energy, even with your money? Where would you want to give it? Where would you want to contribute it? So I want you to consider this. I want you to name 5 things that you want to do, 5 things that you want to be, 5 things that you want to have, and make them in a list. And if you still are thinking, I don't know, well, let's think about doing our 5 doing spots. Name one place you want to visit. Name something you want to do before you kick the bucket. That's why they call it a bucket list. So what's one thing that's on your bucket list? What's one thing that you would like to do on a daily basis? What's something you want to do on a weekly basis? I would like to get a massage on a weekly basis. Anybody feel that? And what's something that you've always wanted to learn? Have you always wanted to learn how to salsa or bachata or make candles? I don't know. Put that on the list. Now, if you have these doings, we have beings as well. I want you to convert the stuff on your list that are on your beings list to doings. For example, if you want to be a gourmet chef, the doing could be cooking a gourmet meal. I want to cook a gourmet meal. Or I want to take a class to learn how to cook a gourmet meal. You see where I'm going with this? Yes, I think you do. All right, so after you have done this, you're making your beings actionable. Because having is actionable and doing is actionable. Being sometimes is not as actionable to us. So that's why we want to turn our beings into doing, so they can become actions. Because there's nothing going to happen without action, just in case you didn't know. All right? Some of us law of attraction believers think that we can just put the thoughts out there into the universe and then just sit back, kick our legs up, and be like, it's coming. Yeah, you can have that mindset, but you got to do something that symbolizes you believing that what you desire is on its way. Like if you ordered a new bed, then that means you're going to be clearing out the old bed and getting it out of the way, vacuuming up under there and seeing what you didn't even know was lost under there, all that kind of stuff. You're making space for the new thing that's coming, correct? I thought so. If you got a new outfit coming, you're probably already thinking about, where am I going to wear this? Because we can't go too many places, so I'm going to wear this somewhere. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I'm not tripping. So let me ask you, once you get that list, I want you to write down that I want you to go back and circle 4 things on this list. 4 of those dreams that you feel like will just change the game for you. What are 4 things that you listed that just completely will take your happiness up a few levels? What will make you feel accomplished? What will make you feel like you're really doing what you're supposed to be doing? What will make you feel like you're really showing up as your best self? What is that? What does that look like? And then the next thing is we need to determine the cost of these things. so we can see how realistic they are. And then guess what? We can get a goal out of that. Because if you know to become a gourmet chef, that it's going to cost you $100 to take this class, and you're probably going to need another $100 to buy the food to make the gourmet meal. I don't know. I'm just being very hypothetical right now, okay? But now you know you have a goal of coming up with $200 within the next 4 weeks, because the class starts in 4 weeks. You see how this homework has led me to a goal with a measurement to it, because goals have to be specific. They have to be measurable. Look up SMART goals. Everybody's heard of before. Specific, measurable, attainable, reachable. And what's the T for, y'all? I can't even remember. Bless my heart. Time. Yeah. All right. Once you figured out these things that you want to do in your life, because we're living life by design, then you have to come up with some steps. You done came up with these goals, and you better come up with a goal in each one of those areas. That's 10 areas. You can really come up with 12 areas of life, or you can add anything that makes you feel comfortable. But at least let's work with these 10 and come up with a goal or something that you would like to see manifest in 2021 in that area of life. So once you've decided that, we need to come up with 3 steps we can take immediately. A step we can take today, a step we can take tomorrow, and a step we can take the day after that. Don't delay. Don't wait till the new year. Don't wait till your birthday. Don't wait till nothing. Don't wait till the time is right. Don't wait till you feel ready, because, honey, you may never feel ready. It's like double dutch. Just jump in, okay? Do it. Just do it. Feel the fear and do it anyway, okay? There's something waiting for you in this new year. There's something really big and major awaiting you. It's awaiting for you to step up. It's awaiting for you to make a declaration within yourself that, yes, this is what I desire. This is what I deserve. This is what I'm worthy of. And this is what I'm going after. This is what's coming to me. This is what I'm opening myself up to receive. This is what I am preparing myself to do, to be, to have. It's time to make a declaration. It's time to get committed to self. You're committed to that job you work. You're committed to the organizations you show up for. You're committed to the boo. You're committed to the kids. Are you committed to you? It's time to get committed to you on a higher level. It's time for you to get committed to what it is that you say that you're going to do. It's time for you to get committed to the things that you say you want to have. It's time to get committed, because once you're committed, then you're going to make some actions to go with it. But as long as it's just a lingering thought in your mind, that's all it will remain. But it's time for us to dig our heels deep, strap up our boots tight, and get to walking, get to moving, get to establishing that which you desire to see happen. You got to make some moves, boo. You got to at least take one step. When you take one step, I believe that the universe will take the other 9. How about that? But you got to be willing to take the one. But in this case, you got to be willing to take 3 steps. Trust and believe. You take these 3 steps, your world is going to completely change in front of your face. And then you can come back and let me, the motivator, know. Love bugs, this conversation has been good, but I want to make sure that we can answer someone's question for today. So thank you so much for being here with me. I want to thank you for opening yourself to receive the blessing. I want to thank you for opening yourself to receive the message that I have for you, that the universe is sending through me to you, through me to me. We're in this thing together, and we are about to blow 2021 out the water. We finna show up in a way that people ain't never seen before. We taking the mask off. We're finna show up so authentically ourselves that it's probably gonna make some people feel uncomfortable. It's gonna make us feel uncomfortable. But I want to challenge you to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Because your blessings, your abundance, everything you desire is waiting on that. All right, love bugs. Let's get somebody's question answered.